Hey everybody, it's Zach here, and we're checking out abetterrouteplanner.com. So if you guys have been watching the show, you know that we're big fans of A Better Route Planner on the show because this is a planner that we use throughout Europe. We tested it thoroughly, and it got us all the way from Denmark down to Switzerland and Italy, all the way up to the UK without any problems. We found every charger we needed, just really accurate route planner. And already now they have planned almost 5 million routes, so you know it's good. But what we're going to show you today is whether or not you can use A Better Route Planner using your web browser in the Model 3. Now keep in mind that if you have a Model S or X pre-February 2018, you've got the original MCU, which means that your computer's fairly slow, and so even the new updates to the web browser aren't going to really affect you. So this is primarily for people who've got the faster web browser, but let's check it out. All right, so we've got A Better Route Planner 3.7, and we're going to see here how fast it operates. So first thing we want to talk about is probably the most important feature of A Better Route Planner, which is that you want to log in using your Tesla login. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, I am not giving up that login and password. No way. But here's the thing. They don't store it on their server. So they send it off to Tesla, they get a token back from Tesla, and they store that on your browser, okay? So they don't store it on their servers at all. So there's really no way that a hacker could hack into your account using the system because they don't store your Tesla login anywhere on their servers. Now, why would you want to give them your Tesla login? Well, it's so that they can see all the information about your car. They'll immediately know the state of charge, they'll know where you're located, they'll know everything about your car, which is fantastic for giving you accurate data back. All right, so let's go ahead and try this out. So right now it's asking us what would you like to plan for, and we're just going to say okay, because what I want to get into here is go down to show settings, show more settings, and then go down here and it says my Tesla login, and that is not green, which means that we are not logged in. So let's log in. Now, another key feature here is, do you want to share driving and charging data with A Better Route Planner? Yes. And do you want to get them to see this data for 36 hours of background sharing? I'm going to say yes. And the reason for that is if I take a break at a supercharger, I don't want to have to go back and retype it all in. And I want them to have as much data as possible so that their system is as accurate as possible. So we're going to go ahead and log in. And so it's asking us which vehicle do we want to log in with. In this case, it's asking me if I want to log in with Sparky because this is my wife's car, and of course, I don't have the login for this car, but I'm going to go ahead and say yes for Sparky. We'll pretend we're in Sparky. All right, so it says that we're in a Tesla Model X 2016 P90D, and it tells us how much watt hours per kilometer we're using and so forth. Now, first thing I want to do is say, wait a minute, kilometers, I'm not in metric units, I want to go to imperial units. So now we're looking at watt hours per mile. Of course, you can set that however you'd like. It even has British units, how cool is that? If you're totally into geeky, nerdy numbers like I am, then you can totally dive into this and go crazy. But if you're not, and you're like, I just want to plan my route, then you're all set. You can go ahead and close this up. We are going to go from our position right here, and let's give it a place we want to go. Let's go to New York. And it only took about a second there to ask us a whole bunch of questions like, where in New York? Well, let's go, I don't know, the 75th Street Supercharger. Let's hit plan route. So now it's thinking, it knows we want to go there. Look how fast that was. I couldn't even finish my sentence, and it already gave us our route. It tells us we're stopping in Waterbury. It tells us we're going to the West 75th Street Supercharger. Isn't that awesome? Hit that, closes that information up, and we got our route. Now, you just saw that all in real time. I'm zooming out, I'm zooming in. That's like almost as fast as if I was using this on my computer at home. When we tried to use A Better Route Planner before, and to no fault of them, the browser was just too slow. It made it so that it was pretty uncomfortable to try and use it because you'd sit there for like 5 seconds between each command. But now, as you can see, we're zooming in and out. We've got our route planned. Awesome. Let's go through some more features. All right, so next thing is this little button here. It says Tesla Nav. Pretty important button. If we were starting our trip right now and we hit Tesla Nav, it would send that destination to Tesla Navigation. What does that mean? As you know, with the recent over-the-air updates, when the car knows that it's going to a supercharger, it will start to warm up the battery. What does that do? It means that as you approach the supercharger, your battery's nice and warm, you pull into the supercharger and you charge about 25% faster. So that is awesome, and all you had to do was hit that button and it automatically updated it. Now, once we get to Waterbury, Connecticut, and we're leaving, we'll hit that button again. It'll send the new supercharger data to it and let it know how close we are to the next supercharger. Really easy peasy. Awesome feature. All right, so there's this other feature which I didn't even know about till I just recently did our Model 3 Euro road trip, which is this little button here. Hit that, and it opens up this cool screen below, which shows our current state of battery charge. 61%, how much time it's going to take us to get to Waterbury, how many miles that is, what charge that we'll have there, and how much time it's going to take once we get there to charge. How cool is that? All this information. And all of this graph stuff is showing us how much energy we're going to use on the trip. So you can kind of see places where you're going to go up hills or hit a lot of headwind, and places where you're going to be going down hills. And you can check it in real time as you're driving to see if it's accurate to how you're driving. Why is that important? Well, if you're going to be very low state of charge when you get to your next destination and it looks like you're using too much energy, you can slow down and you'll get there with what you need. And when you don't need it, just hit that and it closes right up. So one other cool feature here is right now it's telling me that it knows that because of my driving, I get 247 watt hours per mile going 65 miles an hour in my Tesla Model X. Now, if I'm saying to myself, well, today I'm going to be driving like a crazy person, I might want to up that number. And so right there, I can just turn it up or down, depending on how I think I'm going to be driving that day. I can even type in a number if I want to. So if I'm like, oh, I'm going to be driving like a lot faster than normal, I can do that. Or I can turn up my reference speed or my max speed to tell it that like today I'm feeling like driving a different way than I normally do. And that way it'll be more accurate for my trip. Pretty cool that you can put that information in there. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode on a better route planner and all the new features that have come out in the latest version, and that we can now use it with the Tesla web browser. Pretty cool. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below, and don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for all the new content that's coming out, and don't forget to watch Tesla Time News on Mondays, In Depth on Tuesdays, Model 3 Tip of the Week on Wednesdays. Thanks so much for watching. Now you know.